set a skillet on another burner and fried the pork chops, not even minding when the grease popped out, burning her arm. In 20 minutes, she had supper on the table and held her breath as he tasted the food.
"Girl, can't you do anything right? You got the beans too salty."
He shoved away from the table and stood. Her heart plummeted. But this time she wasn't going to take it.
"You're not going to beat me again." "I wouldn't have to if you didn't mess up all the time."
He yanked the leather strap from the wall and marched toward her.
"Any 15-year-old should be able to cook a simple meal without ruining it."
"I won't do it again." She backed up against the sink.
"This is to make sure you don't."
She screamed as the strap came down and barely turned in time to protect her face as the strap stung her back.
"I told you not to scream. Now you've gone and done it, and I have to correct you again. Turn around and face me."
"No." The straight razor lay on the counter waiting for her to sharpen it. She grabbed it.
"You always say that."
His fingers closed on her shoulder, and he yanked her back. She came around swinging the knife at his throat. Blood spurted from his neck. He grabbed his throat and staggered back.
"What have you done, girl? Call an ambulance."
With every heartbeat came more blood. "No." He'd beat her for sure if he lived. Shirley sucked in air. "You shouldn't have made me do it."
"Girl, I'm sorry."
His breath came shorter.
"I won't do it again. Now call that ambulance."
She pressed her fingers against her mouth. He couldn't die here. The law might not believe her. "I'll drive you to the hospital."
"You better hope I don't die."
His voice grew weaker.
"Haunt you. Never get away from me."
Can he do that? No. When you're dead, you're dead. He grasped her wrist.
"Help me."
Blood dripped onto her hair as she half supported and half dragged him through the door.
"You've got to help me,"
she said through gritted teeth. Shirley didn't know if he heard her or not. Then he got his feet under him, barely lightening her load.
"Good,"
she said with a grunt. For once, she was glad of the man's work he'd forced her to do. They stumbled once in the pitch dark of the moonless night, but finally made it to the old pickup. Once she had him inside the cab, he leaned against the door, and Shirley drove toward town. They'd just reached the tavern he'd just come from, when death rattled in his chest. A quarter of a mile past the tavern, she pulled over on the shoulder of the road and stopped. The dim light of the dashboard revealed his chest no longer rose and fell as his breathing became shallower. When he took his last breath, she rested her head against the back of the seat. He was beyond hurting her ever again. This wasn't her fault. "You shouldn't have made me do it," she said softly. She couldn't leave him here like this, though. Shirley angled the pickup toward the deep ravine on the side of the road. Then she pulled his body into the driver's seat. After wiping the steering wheel clean, she put the truck in neutral. Then she climbed out of the pickup. Slowly, it inched toward the ravine, picking up speed until it shot down the steep grade. Shirley ran like the hound of the pit was after her. The explosion happened just as she got past the tavern. She looked over her shoulder as a ball of fire rose from the trees. For the first time in her life, she drew a free breath. 1. August 2017. Elvis is in the building, and he wants to see you. Homicide Detective Rachel Sloan stared at the screen on her phone and then glanced at the clock. 4:55 on Friday afternoon was no time to joke around about the possibility of staying late. She frowned and rolled her chair so she could see around the partition that boxed her in. Her heart sank at the sight of an aging Elvis look-alike in a white sequined jumpsuit standing at the office.